Good morning, dear children. Okay, how many of you love reading books? Okay, many of you, is it only story book or other books also? Okay, do you know what day is it today? Today is Wednesday, yes. Apart from Wednesday, today is World Book Day too. So we all have gathered here to have a reading activity to celebrate this World Book Day. We all have a same kind of a story book. I am going to narrate a story to you. You are going to listen to it carefully, okay? You would listen to the story carefully and you are going to find out the climax of the story by reading the books that you have. Okay? Now let us start with the story. All of you would listen carefully what happens, okay? So here the boy Rahul was also trying to write a poem. But he was unhappy with the lines he is writing. So what did he do? He just crumbled the paper and he threw it in the dustbin. Peppy, where did Peppy go now? It went to the dustbin. What a rubbish poem I have written. Ouch! Cried Peppy. So when he went to the dustbin, when he was thrown in the dustbin, he got hurt. He said, ouch! In shock, he soon realized that he is no longer needed. Okay, he is just a waste now. How happy he was when he was on the table, clean and neat, when Rahul was using on it. But now he is just a waste of paper. He is just thrown in the dustbin. He is now along with other papers who is no longer needed. Peppy found himself in the company of other paper sheets in the waste paper dustbin. But he was not the only one in the dustbin. Who was there? Other piece of papers are also there in the dustbin. Let us look what were there inside the dustbin. Oh, one more paper, one newspaper, colorful papers, and one paper who has gone yellow with the course of time because it has become old. Let us assume this is inside the dustbin, okay? The papers are having a meeting together, all the waste papers. Okay, some were moth-eaten, yellow with age, they sulk and muttered at the bottom. There were other torn but colorful papers, okay, who wanted to climb out, break out of the jail. They are climbing out of the dustbin. Imagine this is the dustbin. They are trying to climb out of the dustbin and wanted to go out of this jail. This dustbin feels like a jail to them because they are stuck with all the papers. Okay. They were also old newspapers and they were talking about all the details they have around the world. Suddenly Peppy saw giant palms lifting up the dustbin. Okay, let us put again here in the dustbin. And suddenly Peppy saw that a giant palm is lifting the dustbin and just throwing all the papers down on the floor. Then Peppy and all the other papers also fell down. Okay, then fingers came and tried sorting the papers. Oh, this is the newspaper. This should be in separate category. This is a A4 sheet paper. This should be in separate category. Oh, this is an old paper. This should be in separate category. So the fingers are sorting the papers. This is the newspaper. This is the A4 sheet paper. These are the color papers. Now they are thinking and chattering, what is going to happen to us? What these fingers are doing? They are separating us. What is going to happen to us? Now, before they could realize what is going to happen, they are just crumbled again. And they are being dumped into a moving van. Suppose this is a moving van. Okay, they are being dumped into a moving van. Now they are chattering and again among themselves. Does anyone know where we are being taken? Where we are being taken? Then someone is saying that I think to be slaughtered. They are going to slaughter us. They are going to cut us apart from everywhere. Then one of them said, please don't say that. You are scaring me. The younger one, the little one of the paper, they are saying, please don't say that. You are scaring me. I don't want to get slaughtered. The van bounced along a narrow tar road through villages and small towns until it reached a huge building. And the name before the building read school. School? Waste papers to school? What might happen in the school? The waste papers, the useless dumped papers. School? Exclaimed Pappy. Pappy was happy. Wow, we have been taken to school. Why would a school need old paper? A group of bright-eyed children waited at the gate. Wow, what a warm welcome. We have been welcomed by the school children. They took them inside a laboratory. Do you know what a laboratory is? Where experiments is done. Okay, and they have been taken inside a room in a laboratory and untied them. They were being tied. Okay, they were being tied. They were untied. Now, Pappy is crying, "Eeks! The place smells so bad. Where have we been taken to? This place smells so bad. Eeks!" Before he had time to look around, he was placed on a table. And this is when he saw a gliding blades of the scissors. What might have happened to Pappy next? Can you guess what might have happened? So let us see. Now take out page number 20. You can see what might have happened to Pappy next when he saw the giant blades of scissors flashing in front of him on the table. Read yourself, and you will have to tell me what has happened. Now, are you able to find out what actually happened to Pappy and other papers? Who is going to tell me what has happened to Pappy?
Actually, Pappy was so scared and he thought that why am I being cut with scissors? But he rejoiced instead that he had been recycled because from old he became to new.
Pappy was scared and he was recycled, then he was rejoiced. I know this because I read the book so nicely.
When Pappy saw the scissors, he was scared, but he didn't know what would happen after. He was put inside the mixer and he was moving. So when he got recycled, he got happy because he returned into a new paper.
You all have come to know what has happened to Pappy, right? What has happened to him? He has been recycled to a new paper. And also you have come to know about the process of recycling, how he was being recycled, how he was being put in a container in water and the rest of the process. Now you see, with the enjoyment of the story, also we got to learn that the waste papers does not always go waste. They can also be recycled into a new paper and could be used again. Did you like the story? Yes. So next time when you feel like tearing a paper and throwing in the dustbin, first think what the paper would think. What would be the feeling of the paper? We should not waste the paper also. So we should always use the paper carefully, and we should also not hurt the feelings of the paper. They should also feel that they are also special in our life.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Devabandini Gautam from class 9. and I'm here to tell you my point of view about the book Ikigai. It is a book that explores the concept of Ikigai, which roughly translates to a reason for being alive. The authors dive into a journey of lifestyle habits about the people of Okinawa, which is in Japan, known for its high life expectancy rate. It shows us that we should live with an intention and with a purpose. The part I liked the most about this book was that the people of Okinawa live with an intention and remain positive even in their 90s. I recommend this to a book because it is a gentle reminder to slow down, live with an intention, know what we are alive for, and be happy. Thank you.
Good afternoon everyone. My name is Rishita Goswami and I am from class 9. Today I am going to review the book of The Fifth Journey Through Time, which is written by Jeremy Stilton. In this book, Jeremy Stilton describes his friend's journey through time using a time machine to different periods in history, such as China and Renaissance Italy. He also visits some famous people such as the Vikings and the Napoleon Bonaparte and many more. So the favorite part which I liked in the book was that whenever Trap Stilton placed another cube in the time machine, they went to some other period of time in the history. So I would like to recommend it to not only my friends but also to the children and all other who like books based on fantasy and wish to have creative imagination, because it uses some creative words such as Mouseford Academy for Oxford Academy and many more. Thank you.
Greetings to one and all present here. This is Riyad Maruf Hassan from Class 12 Humanities in Shiksha Valley School. So I'll be talking about the book The Argumentative Indian by Nobel laureate and economist Dr. Amartya Sen. The book not only talks about, as we have learned about the name, the Argumentative Indian, it not only talks about the Indians, it also talks about the arguments that have been made since centuries, since civilizations, and the timeline that has been set is not the timeline of civilizations but the timeline of arguments that have been done not only through the history of India but also through the mythology of India, which consists of the Mahabharata, the Ramayana, and also the Vedas that have been written, or the Upanishads. And the best part of this book is these arguments are not based on one point or one perspective. The arguments have been based on a neutral basis, and it talks more about facts than theories. It talks more about history than stories. And the Argumentative Indian, the book, talks about many topics that we don't talk about at present era, and which are like one of the best parts I found is how the women have been lagging behind. But the Argumentative Indian, the book says that women have been strong in their opinions and their decisions since the age of Mahabharata. For example, Gargi, who was a scholar, took the brutal decisions even in the wartime. And which I like, which I'm fond of about the book, is the book starts with argument, it continues with an argument, it ends with an argument, but it makes sure that history and the morals that we learn from the history, the ethics that we learn from the history are not finished in arguments, but also it leaves a question behind: what can we do to make our Indian future better? And this I recommend to people to study, because as much as we know that fictional stories contain a moral, and even these topics that have been covered in the book, even though being a non-fictional book, it contains ethics, it contains morality, it contains how ethics has been shifted since its birth in through the mythology of India till the history that is going on, and that will be passed throughout for eras. And this is what I like about the book, and I suggest we should read the book The Argumentative Indian, as I repeat, by Nobel laureate and economist Dr. Amartya Sen. Thank you.
I am Bhavya Garodia of 11 Humanities, and as a personal recommendation, the book that I would personally like to recommend each and every one of you, especially given your young age, is The Blue Umbrella by Ruskin Bond, author that you probably have heard of in your school textbooks. It's a story of a girl named Binya who loves and sees an umbrella, and she instantly covets it to the point that she is willing to exchange her Lucky Leopard's claw pendant for it. Won't you like to join her as the story ventures into themes of kindness, humility, humanity, but also jealousy, heroism, and choice of being kind? It's simply an instant classic. Its simplicity, heartwarmingness, and gorgeous metaphors take you on a journey with Binya. Reading the book makes you confident that good people do exist in this world, along with all the bad. Life is about having things and then eventually losing them. And this is a lesson that I believe is better that it is learned early in your life.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Chayana Kashyap of Class 11 Humanities. And as 23rd of April is marked as International Books Day, today let's dive into a very short tale of Silly Dilly, shall we? One fine day, Mother Duck went for a walk around the farmyard. 5 little ducklings waddled along behind her, but not Dilly Duckling. She stopped to peck at a spider's web. "Run for your life! I just saw Tiger!" cried Dilly Duckling, rushing back. "Oh, silly Dilly, how can that be?" asked Mother Duck. "That's not a tiger. Tigers are the largest of the big cats. They live mainly in the forests and the grasslands in Asia. A tiger's stripes helps it to blend in with its surroundings. Tigers hunt alone and lie in wait for their victims. They have sharp teeth, strong jaws, and powerful front legs." "That's a cat," said Mother Duck. "Silly Dilly, it's a little Billy." Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Enamoni Baruah. I am from class 7A. I am going to share a review about the book Amar Chitra Katha, Tulsidas' Ramayan by or Ramcharitmanas, which is written by the famous author Tulsidas. This book follows the Ramayan, which is based on the teachings of Lord Rama and the epic that happened during long time ago, which is written during the Ramayan, but it could not be read by the common people because it is written in Sanskrit and it has lot of prefectural content that cannot be understood by the pupil. So Tulsidas translated the Ramayan into a more readable and easier form called Ramcharitmanas. So I would like to recommend this book to my friends and family and other people also, those who like the Ramayan but could not read it for a reason. Thank you.